we're about to give some money away, right? We're about to fund some incredible ideas, and I am really excited because this last segment, we look forward to it every summit. It really is, it's the absolute best. We are partnering with the Dairy Council of California to offer the 23-24 Santa Barbara School Wellness Let's Eat Healthy community grants. These are going to be going to 3 innovative solutions for healthy eating through the advancement of the Let's Eat Healthy initiative. So at this time, I'm going to welcome to the stage Raj with the Dairy Council of California. She's going to tell us a little bit more, and she's going to share with us, and we'll hear from the 3 winners of the 23-24 Santa Barbara School Wellness Let's Eat Healthy community grant winners. So come on up, Raj. So exciting. Woo! Devendra, I'm watching you.
My name is Raj, and if you were here yesterday, you heard a little bit about Dairy Council and this morning, but I'm just going to go into it a little bit more. Okay. So we're here to celebrate the work. This is the 10th annual wellness conference, and I'm so excited to be here and to be able to give back, because everyone has such great ideas, and sometimes it's, oh, we don't have the funding, or this funding has this restriction. So it was really nice working with Kristen, like, hey, let's open this up to the wellness, the participants, and see if there are some creative, innovative ideas. So we will. So the 2 goals are announce the winners, and you'll actually get to hear from each winner. There's 3 winners. So you hear a little bit about what they plan to do with the funding, and then just about the Let's Eat Healthy initiative. And there is also opportunity for more funding. So if you're not one of the winners today, there is still a grant. We still have the community grants, and they're open till the end of the month. Yeah. Okay, a little bit about Dairy Council. So our vision is, I love that we're a cause-based organization. So our cause is elevating the health of children and communities in California, promoting lifelong healthy eating patterns. And everything I heard today kind of went with that cause too. It's not just one mindful thing here today. It's not just nutrition. It's these patterns that we want children to have from kindergarten to 12th grade and on to their adult life. So it's not just one, it's not a one stop. It's together, it's like a lifelong healthy eating pattern. And the activation of the Dairy Council is the Let's Eat Healthy initiative. We launched it in 2020, and this creates collaboration. It activates our campaigns, and it's working together, coordination, collaboration, and co-creation. We found that to be much more powerful than everyone working in silos. I think yesterday I was saying the same thing: partnerships, partnerships, partnerships. This is our Let's Eat Healthy Values Initiative. It's partnership is at the heart of it. Students are at the heart of it, and the belief that all students need to have access to equitable access to healthy, culturally diverse foods and nutrition education that centers on people's unique lived experiences. So we really need to focus on the individual and kind of tailor to that. So those are our Let's Eat Healthy values and the Let's Eat Healthy strategic framework. And this framework also wasn't just something that the Dairy Council created on our own. It kind of came through a convening. We had the Well-Nourished Brighter Future stakeholders convening, and they together came up with this framework. The framework has the vision, the cause, the benefits to partners, and the shared commitment. And then the highlights from the strategic framework is nutrition security. So supporting sustainable, equitable, safe, affordable nutrition foods. And we saw that during the pandemic. That was like everything shut down except for food services. Like nutrition security is so important. And then nutrition education, ensuring that students have access to consistent science-based messaging and nutrition education. And collaboration, I can't stress this enough. The Let's Eat Healthy initiative, collaboration is at the heart of it. We can't work alone. And the Let's Eat Healthy activation spectrum. So learning how to access the nutrition science information, how to engage with the audience, and teachers then taking that information and then empowering it to students, to educators, and then advocating, like changing policy, working with local school wellness policies or different systems in place, and then collaborating is the actual networking, the activation. So last year we piloted this grant program, And these are the awardees from last year. There's 3 recipients. They all received $5,000 each. The city of Rancho Cucamonga, dear to my heart because that's where I live. And I used to work with these youth leaders. And their program was they worked with a chef. They created these youth group, created these recipes. They did them at the Teen Summit. And then now this year, they're taking those same recipes and they're teaching them to the elementary kids. And then there was this Cooking with the Twist, this program. And this one, the chef, they did this with parents and with students, and they created recipe cards. And what I actually loved using those because they were really, I have a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old. We love cooking together. But sometimes, my 4-year-old can't read, but he can look at the pictures. He can I see 2 eggs. I see this thing we need for this recipe, so I'll help him gather all of that. And then the third winner from last year was the Centennial Farms. And what they did was they have a farm and they have like a dairy section to the farm. So we helped update the information. And then they had students come in and go through their nutrition education. Okay. This is what we're waiting for. You can get up even. I feel like we've been sitting. If you want to get up, get up. Okay, so the 3 winners for this year are, yay! Orchid Union School District, yay! San Miguel Joint Union School District, Vista Del Mar Union School District. I'll have them come up and then we'll hear from them. So these are the 3 speakers for each one. So if you want to start making your way up, come on up. We'll have a seat here. Yay! I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that there is more grant funding. So that we have about 30,000 left for this year, and it ranges up to 8,000. So a lot of you have some amazing programs that you want to do. So I really hope you get to do that. There's a Q&A webinar tomorrow. It will be recorded. Contact me. There's a table in the back. But let's hear from them. Let's hear from the presenters. Okay. So first I'll have Chef Beth. And let me read her bio, and then we'll do a little, you'll go up and tell us about your program. So Bethany truly has a passion for food, cooking, and all that it brings to the table. She has discovered that what is most exciting is to talk about with the client and really to adapt meals and entrees that suit and inspire every person in a special way. Chef B, as she's lovingly called, has cooked lots for the rich and the famous. From Malibu to Boston, she has worked for many restaurants. She entered the world of school foods in 2011 and became a school food service instructor for the Orfalea Foundation. For 5 years, she was a director of the Solvang Elementary School Farm to Cafeteria program. Once Chef B made the transition to school food, she has never looked back. She has continued to work on providing the best possible school food for children. Give it up for Chef B.
What's up?
Yeah, I think your slide. Oh, those are your slides?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Okay.
do you want to go?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Flexible.
I'll introduce you next.
Okay.
Instead. Okay, why don't I just introduce all 3? And then whatever order the slides are in, they will work, okay? This is Chef B. And next we have Lauren. Lauren received her Bachelor's of Science in Culinary Nutrition from Johnson & Wales University and Associates of Science in Culinary Arts. She completed her dietetic internship at Cal Poly State University. She has built a robust farm-to-school program in her role as a food service director in San Miguel. We saw her on the video yesterday, too. She supports and coordinates the Wheat to School grant from California Department of Food and Agriculture and procures local grains, fruits, and vegetables weekly for students. She works closely with partner organizations and nearby directors to share ideas and learn best practices. She's a school food nerd. She wrote this herself. Who loves to dress up in fruits and vegetables, costumes, any chance she gets, and encourages consumption of fruits and vegetables in a new and exciting way. Lauren is a firm believer that all children deserve access to nutritious foods at school. She believes in creating a school environment that fosters wellness through connecting the classroom, garden spaces, a cafeteria, and to teach students about their local food system. Lauren in the middle right here. Okay, and the third one, right here. is Bree. Bree is a superintendent and the principal of Vista Del Mar Union School District. She's a mother of a 14 and a 17-year-old, and her husband is a local farmer. She's been in education for 23 years, working in the elementary, middle, high school levels. She spends her free time supporting her children in their sports and showing off livestock. When she's not cheering them on, she enjoys working out and taking advantage of the local hiking trails in the Central Coast. Wellness is something she speaks about often with her own family and guides her decision making at the district regarding fundraising and school events. So give it up for Bree. And we'll have Lauren go first and share about her program.
Hi everyone, again, my name is Lauren Thomas and I am the Food Service Director for San Miguel Joint Union School District. We're a small district of the north part of San Luis Obispo County, just above Paso Robles. And my project, not mine, the district's project for wellness is Nutrition Spirit Week. And this project began about 2 years ago when I started this role in collaboration with SLO County Public Health Department. We saw this gap of kids being involved with cafeteria, farm to school, but there wasn't a time to really celebrate wellness and celebrate what's going on with the community and nutrition education. So we created a week in March in collaboration with National Nutrition Month around the theme to really highlight what's going on with nutrition education, wellness, and we created a wellness goal and a food goal or nutrition goal with it. So we would have Monday would be Mindful Monday. The kids would talk about mindful eating and social emotional learning, and then they would dress up with red for the food group for fruit. And we'd have Mindful Monday, Taste Test Tuesday, Water Wednesday, Thoughtful Friday, and Thoughtful Thursday and Feel Good Friday. And this was all without any funding. We all used our internal sources that we had. We did nutrition education in the classroom. We would do Harvest of the Month. And then that is how that all came together. So some of our goals for the project are really talking about food access. So one of them, we will have kids work with our garden education group, One Cool Earth, and they're really going to potted plants, decorate them with artwork, and then take those home with plant starts and seeds to their family and grow them in their gardens. We've done this for 2 years with milk cartons that I would save. This is a much more sustainable method, and then the plant can grow. Another one that we're doing is family cooking night. So we've had a lot of response from our district that they really wanted family engagement in that way, and we haven't had the resources for that. So this grant will support that as well. We're going to use Let's Eat Healthy curriculum, have families come, and we'll teach cooking lessons in Spanish and English. We're also going to focus on healthy beverages, so talking about specifically dairy and milk and water. So the two of those together, we're going to have some blenders that we're going to purchase, do smoothie demonstrations in all colors, and then low-fat milkshakes as another option to really talk about how those are great beverages to drink at school. Then lastly, this grant's going to support a large art mural that we're going to have at one of our school sites. It's going to be farm to school related and talking about our local food system as a whole. So the staff and the students will all participate in kind of creating this mural and what they want to see for a culture of wellness for years ahead. And that will be placed somewhere on the school campus. And then we're also going to have, they do a field day in collaboration with this. And then we also will have our nutrition education in the classroom the month of March, but we're also going to add on another one that talks directly to the Let's Eat Healthy video series that we all saw yesterday. I really love those, and I think that's another way that we can really showcase more nutrition education, get the teachers really involved as well. This is just some of our budget. So we're going to use some of the funding for our food for those activities that I mentioned. We're also going to hire 2 artists locally. We have local Paso Art in the Park, so those artists will come and support the design of the mural. Materials and equipment needed. So some of the things for all the art mural and the art projects, the pots for the plants, gardening supplies, as well as blenders and setup for that. And then we will use some for promotional material. This is something that I'm really excited about because when we didn't have any funding, there was no way to really support this with some stickers or some aprons for the cooking classes or bags and materials for families to take home. So that'll be exciting as well. So how we're going to plan on this being sustainable, I really liked the conversations we've had today about putting wellness directly into our LCAP or LCFF funding. That is definitely what I'm going to sit at the table and talk to our superintendent about as well. And then that really aligns with our conditions and climate goal. We also plan on having our community partnerships be a big part of this, so they will, we continue to work really closely with SLO County Public Health Department. We have cooperations with One Cool Earth, and then we also rely heavily on lots of grants that I have applied for or within the community. And then district-wide sustainability. Lastly, we just want to we're going to rely on our internal resources. So again, creating that culture of wellness district-wide. This includes our farm to school programming, food and nutrition services being a part of it, our parent engagement. We have an after school program that's pretty active, and they do the children's farmers market with the food bank. So all of these together will create our sustainability plan. Thank you.
Oh, wow. I can't see over the podium. That's funny.
I think it's on.
Yo! Now you're all awake. Okay, so we had an interesting thing happen at our high school where they are just systematically out of room. It was a little elementary school that became a high school. So we gave them our extension kitchen to become an art room because we're nice. So the issue was, how are we going to get 4, 5, 6, 700 children through this very tiny cafeteria and not give up our scratch cooked food, not decrease participation, and obviously ensure safety and efficiency. And might I also add that the cafeteria was also the gym and the drama and the music. So there was like stuff around. So, I'm sure I'm not the only school that has had this issue. So we did we're doing and continuing with our whole upgrade of the cafeteria. But you can lead the horse to water, right? But you can't make them drink. So it has to include the educational part. So with the smarter lunchroom techniques from the Dairy Council, we got the efficiency. We're planning on the efficiency. We can buy the equipment, right? But that's not the issue. If we don't educate the children in a very tight space, on, hey, we made this smoothie from scratch for you. We make your sandwich, your little breakfast sandwich every day. So, and then little things that you can do, like we put the logos on their milk coolers and their water coolers. We got the salad bar, which we do actually a lot of education on the salad bar because the children are there and they're picking their fruits and vegetables, and we have lots of things up and around. And I mentioned the other day a little flavor station that the children can take and, put ginger, put chili powder, put garlic, just a culturally kind of different flair that doesn't add, sugar, salt, calories, and that kind of thing to the foods. And on the right, you'll see a lot of the scratch food that we make. We make parfaits for them. Every day we make homemade smoothies, the egg sandwiches, and salads, and many more things. But like I said, we can do this and they don't know. Like when I was at Sylvian School, we used to make a scone, and it was great. And I took the time to tell the children the scone. So I go to Orchid and I make the scone, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be so amazing. Well, nobody ate it because they're like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, snap. So, education, simple education. A lot of these posters are also free from the Dairy Council, from the Health Department, from the UC Extension, and we have them outside. And you can take them with you. But simple changes. Like we're not going to do a lot. We're going to buy the equipment. We're going to use the money wisely, keeping children safe. But the simple changes that you can implement, they make a huge, huge difference for students. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Chef B. We'll have you stay up here so you can get your check too.
So our plan at Vista is to create a nutrition ambassador program. And we have been really focusing on our nutrition program and how to make it more robust. And so last year we have a complete cook from scratch program where our breakfast, lunch, and after school snacks are all cooked from scratch. And so we have a tremendous participation rate. We have 95 to 98% of our students eat school lunches, breakfasts, and after school snacks on a daily basis. So we had a great participation rate. But what we wanted to do is expand that so we could incorporate, much like people said, the whole education idea. Because we know that if we can educate our students at school, they can then go home and educate their families. And so this is our sneaky way of educating everyone, because it's much harder for a parent to say no to their own child when they talk about nutrition and how a different approach to a meal is healthier than what they might be doing and might be throwing in perhaps the microwave or something along those lines. So we are creating this nutritional ambassador program where they've already asked if they can have aprons that say ambassadors. But we also know that if we include student voice in any component of their school day, students feel empowered. And also, because we have a culturally diverse group of students, we want to make sure that all students get to benefit from having that cultural experience. And so if we include the student voice, we will get more of that. So we've already asked students to give us their input on cultural meals that they love from their home and their culture that we can incorporate into our school food and beverages. We've already incorporated horchata because the students say, that's what we need, especially on cold days. Can you warm it up for us too? We were trying to figure out creative ways to get our students to drink more milk, because we're also trying to be very sustainable. So we don't do milk cartons. We do everything from reusable cups because we try to minimize our food waste. Same with, our landfill waste. Same with our cafeteria trays. They're the old school, they're the plastic trays. We wash them because we try to keep our landfill to a minimum. So we asked the students, what can we do to get you to drink more milk? And they said, well, can you make it flavored? So we were trying, how do you make it flavored healthy? Well, you blend up a bunch of strawberries or other berries and you blend it into the milk. And now we can't keep up with them because they are drinking so much milk with all their food. So that's what the whole idea behind the ambassadors is, getting the students' voice in our kitchen and then having the students help us prepare meals. We want the students to cook for our families at least 3 times a year and have them develop the menu, analyze the nutritional facts of the menu that they create to make sure it's within guidelines, And that's our sneaky way of teaching them how to identify when something is healthy or not, that they can then take those skills home to share with their families. That also brings our families more to campus, and anytime you can incorporate food, you are more likely to get families to come. And if the kids made the food, they're even more likely to come to support their child. So we're seeing this as a win-win where we can have our students understand nutrition better, we can increase family engagement, and we can have it be a way that our families are educated at home with their student being empowered to be that educator. We want this to be perpetual. We think that once students see how cool it is to be a nutritional ambassador and to have their voice, that we are going to be having to have a line of ambassadors who want to be part of this program. So we see this as a perpetual activity. So we'll be using our funds to use them for stipends for some of our staff who will be doing additional work to make these events happen. We also have a cafeteria that's also a classroom, that's also a gym, so we want to utilize that space and have lots of nutritional signage in there so students will see that information whenever they are on campus and in the cafeteria or gym or classroom, whatever it might be being used as at that point in time. And really focus on locally sourced foods. We've been working with a local organic ranch and farm that provides us with all of our produce that's organic and locally sourced, and having kids be aware of that, of eating seasonal foods and foods that have a low carbon footprint because they are coming from close by. And then I spoke about the reusable service items. So all of our students have reusable water bottles. So again, we try to keep our landfill waste to a minimum. And we have those cafeteria trays, which it's fun to see the adults walking around with cafeteria trays. They can't help but smile because it reminds them of when they were a kid and how it used to be when you got school lunch. And then also making sure that we have enough of the reusable cups when we invite the family and community. We usually will get our hands slapped if we don't invite the state parks, which surround us, and the local fire station and sheriff whenever we do anything food related. So making sure we have enough of these items so we can invite all of our community partners to come and enjoy some food. And so using, again, our funds for those community events that help build that feeling of connectedness with everyone around and help perpetuate the idea of eating healthy and living healthy. So thank you.
The awardees to come up. We do want to get one more picture. You're so good at it, Devinder. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. One from behind. Behind the table? In front of the table. I'll let you direct them. Drop that mic, Devinder. Drop that mic. Dropping that mic twice. Oh, I get it, because we're all in the background. Now I'm there. Now I'm there. Yeah, it's fun. All right, throw your hands up for the Week of Wellness. Cheer on these amazing grantees. Can't wait to see your projects come to fruition. I hope that gave you guys a little bit of inspiration of what kinds of projects can be funded. It sounds like there's still more funding opportunities out there. So if anyone was inspired of something they want to do and bring back,